Page 154, we're talking about percents today, and most of you are familiar with this formula. It is over of equals percent over 100. Now, without calling out, I want you to answer some questions for me. Anybody know why the percent is over 100? Bianca? No. No.
Hundreds, you can't go over 100.
You can.
No, you can't.
Anybody else? I kind of know what you mean, but it's not completely accurate. Because the word percent, the word per, the prefix per, P-E-R, like 60 miles per hour, it means for every. Like 60 miles per hour means you're traveling 60 miles for every hour. Does that make sense? Every hour you're traveling 60 miles. Does that make sense? You have to like this, remember? No, that doesn't make sense? Yeah. So every hour you're traveling 60 miles per hour. You guys have heard this phrase before, per? No. When you're driving in the car, 60 miles per hour? Yeah. Okay, most of you have. So it's really, per means for every. So that means you're traveling 60 miles for every hour. Okay? Every hour that you travel, you pass 60 miles. So per means for every. Now the prefix or the suffix cents, what does that mean? Centipede, century, cents.
Oh, 100.
What do they all have in common? 100, right? Century is 100 years. Centipede has 100 legs, 100 cents in a dollar. So that suffix or prefix, it can be used either way, it means 100. Make sense so far? So if per means for every, cent means 100. What does per cent mean?
For every.
So smart, Charlie. For every 100. Does that make sense? Percent means for every 100. So if I say 36% of my class has an A, that means 36 students for every 100 has an A. Does that make sense? No? Yes? If I say 20% of the people in Florida have a dog, probably more than that, probably like 60%, have a dog. That means if you make groups of 100 people, or all the people in Florida, inside of every 100, how many people have a dog?
60.
That's the statistics, approximately 60. Get it? That's what a percent means. It means for every 100. It's a ratio. So that's why the percent is always over 100. Okay? So now if we look at question number 1, somebody read question number 1 to me. What does it say?
It's 1% of 70 is 20.
What percent of 70 is what? 21. Okay? So first thing I'd like to do is identify my is, my of, and my percent. Do we see is? People get confused with this sometimes. What do you think it is?
21.
Good. Not 70. How do you know it's not 70?
Because all this behind.
Yes, because you have to have the number for of. So that means is 21, 70 is of, and percent we don't know. That's why it says what percent. So what do we use when we don't know something in algebra? Very good. A variable. You can use anyone you want. X is the most popular. Okay? So when you're setting it up, is 21 of 70 percent X over 100. This is where it changes. Because I don't want you to use fish method. I don't want you to multiply and divide. I want you to write the steps. If you choose to do it another way, will I know the difference? No. But it's up to you because I'm telling you for a reason to do it this way. Okay? So 21 times 2,000 times 100.
2,100.
What is it?
2,100.
2,100. 2,100. 70 times X. Tanisha.
70 times X
That's what I said.
equals 70X.
Thank you.
Divided by.
I didn't ask for that. Equal. Thank you. Now, like I said, if you feel like writing these three things is too much for you to write, you will have a problem later. You can take your chances now, but I'm trying to give you a heads up. You will have a problem later. What's my last step?
Divide by 70.
Thank you. Divide by 70. And you get
30.
somebody.
300.
No.
30.
30.
I was
Percent.
close.
It's 30%, right?